Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator in the United States. You can find many more inspiration on my blog at frenchiestamps.com. Today I'm going to share with you a gated, well not a, two gated fold, and it's an interlock frame. So I'm going to use the Mary Moose here. I absolutely love moose, you know, a little bit of Canadian in me. Even if I'm in the US, I still have that moose in me. So I'm going to share with you how I done my moose. I wanted the antler more natural, and then the bottom the darker color. So first thing you're going to do, I like to use my foam though under, because it's photopolymer. So I like to stamp the outline with early espresso. So we're going to stamp that right there at the bottom because you want the place to be able to punch it out. So I got my early espresso. Then we're going to go with soft suede. And what I done with my soft suede, I tap it this here. Okay, and then want to make sure it don't go really above. Just in between here. And then if it's not enough, then we will add some with the marker. So, oh, I see my legs are not doing very well here. Let's go back here. Here we go. Now we can match that. I'm sorry if I'm right in the center of my head there. We're gonna match that. Give a good impression. Et voila. So you see, you see it's off a bit, but that's okay. What I can do about that, I'm gonna use my blend, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit. Here we go. This is the blender pen here. And sometimes, you know, you get an image that it's not just the way you want. This is perfect. But don't fuss too much about this because you want to have the look of like the fur, right? Now we're going to use the punch. Here we go. And we're going to punch that out. That's simple. Here we go. And now we get our moose. With the top still the antler more light, and then the body dark. Okay, that was a little tip about the moose. Now let's get, I'm going to show you vertical and horizontal. So let's do this one here. So this one here, this is 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 11. Now you're going to score at 2 3/4 on each side. So 2 3/4, flip that, 2 3/4. Boom, you get the gated. Now, sorry, I had to stop. I was just thinking about the measurement. It is 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So we get our 2 panel, and really I cut 4 for this one, so I get the inside. Inside, I stamp the trees. That's all from the same stamp set. Now, I cut the frames. And the way that I cut that, let me share how I cut that. I use a piece of cardstock here, and I cut all 3 pieces at the same time. So I'm reversing this here. So let's see. So I get the blue. So I use those 3 framelit, and all the size will be on my blog. And I nested them. And then this was all together. Well, the piece of cardstock was a little bit bigger, okay, like this. And then this was boom, boom, boom. So I cut all that together. So I took my framing and I did the same thing in Night of Navy and in Shaded Spruce. Now this, I'm going to save that for another card. I cut the small one in the white also. So now we got the white, and then we're going to take a blue and then a green for our card. Now let me show you how we're going to mount that together so it's going to interlock. I like to start with my big frame, and it doesn't matter which side you want. If you want, I want my frame to stay on this side. So I'm going to put about halfway. You want to make sure that you don't want to put more than halfway, because one part cannot be glue. Now I'm going to put this down. Don't worry about that part because it's going to be another. Okay, I want to make sure it's no glue past that. That's very important. Try to put that as straight as you can. Now you're gonna, now the next one, what I like to do, I find it much easier. It's I come right here, just go on the outskirt, or inskirt I should say, of the frame here. And then we're gonna put our the other size frame in here. Here we go. Make sure it's lovely nested together. Now, for this part, this is going to be glue over there so you can see the interlock. Now I'm going to take this, put my glue all over here. And we're going to put this, I stamp with a Shade of Spruce stamp off, so second generation, sponge a little bit, and then I splatter the bag there. Let's make sure this is keep close. Now you're going to nest that right inside of this here. Press this here. Now I did 1 1/4 and 1 1/2, so in cherry cobbler and white. And then let's open this up here. Make sure this is not glued there so you can see it's nested very good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that right at this corner here because my mousse is going to be there. So that's going to keep the frame also from whatever separating. So the best way to do that, make sure it's got the little stitch there. So I'm just going to do, we can do glue dots. You know what? Glue dot's going to be much friendlier for this. So we're going to do glue dots. Let me bring a glue dot right here and then right on the other one, so it's going to keep together there like this. And then I'm going to take my Merry Christmas and put it right here. It's not Merry Christmas, it's Merry Christmas. Here we go. Now we can open this up, et voila. So now your frame stay very lovely. And oh, this here, you want to be careful. I use some Wink of Stella and it bleed in the back, the blue. So you want to be careful about that. So then when you close it again, it go right in. And then it stay very lovely. It's the same thing for the other one, but the other one I get a little twist. Oh, here's my mousse. Also, sometimes I like my mousse to punch one in soft suede, and then I can take this and just offset it a tiny little bit there. It gives kind of a shadow. Here we go. And you see now that I blend that, it's very lovely. Look like fur, to be honest. Now I'm going to take my Moussey Mousse and we're going to put dimensional in the back of him. Here we go. And I'm going to put it right at the bottom there so it looks like he's hanging on something, right? And in that, you got like the scarf and so on. So if you want, you can put a scarf on him. We're going to put it on the other one. So voila. So now I got my, oh, make sure, our interlock frame. I love the way it's sit. And when you open it up, and then when you close it, so you make sure your legs don't go below, but here, voila. Now, the next one, this one, I didn't put the strip inside, just to show you the difference. Here, this one, it's all the strip inside. We can, you know what, we can also put in the back here, you know what. Now, for this one here, I use the Feel Like Frost, and I use the puff paint with the ice glitter that I put there. I'm going to add a video at the end of this here so you can see how that is done. I think I got the video. You just put your puff paint and then put your glitter and then set it. Then I'm going to put that on top of my frame. And again, all measurement will be on my block. See? Now, I think that goes lovely, lovely. Look at that. Okay, this one, the measurement will be on my blog also. This one, the first frame, it's a green because I did two for one, put it that way. So I'm going to put this over here, put the glue again. So you, personally, I think if you start with the big one, the big frame, and you build inside from that, make life a lot easier because that's the big one, so you can center the big one and then go with the other one. So we're gonna put that right here. Try to make sure it's straight. Now we're gonna take the blue one, and again, inside the frame, I like to come in inside the frame. And then we're going to put this in. Move that in. And then this frame here, going to go on this side. So now I'm going to keep this close. That's quite a bit of glue there, so I have to be very careful when I'm going to put this down. Keep that inside the frame. We're going to hold that there just to get it bonded there. Okay, so now this one, open the other way. See the frame, it's on this side, and open the other side. So we're going to put our, right there. So we're going to put our glue dots. Going to put those two together. Put that right here. And then we're going to take our mousse. Now I'm thinking, my brain is going wild here. I'm thinking what I'm going to put inside, because I got my greeting at the top. I didn't want to put it at the bottom because I got my mousse at the bottom. So I'm thinking what I'm going to put inside to keep my framing together. Here we go. Put that right there. So for the bottom here, to keep my frame together, here I got an update, so I decided to slide this video with the other one. Here what I done, the best solution I can come, it was a strip inside, so you see how much stronger the frame is. So let me share with you how I done that. You can do in the green or in the Night of Navy. I like to use the color from that side that it is, like this was the frame was in the spruce, so I did it in the spruce. This one, it's in the Night of Navy, so we're going to do in Night of Navy. So go in the back of it, right in the where the two join, just, oh, now I get glue on my hand. You're going to put your glue right in the center, so leave that flat, so in case if it oozes under whatever, Just put it all the way straight. And it's about just shy of a 1/4 inch. So just a little bit shy from a 1/4 inch. Put that there. Press that. You can even have a little bit smaller. That was, I just cut a little slip there. Here we go. Cut that there. And see, now just make sure you press that lovely there. And then you don't have to add little knickknacks here and there. Now it's very solid when you slide it in. See, it don't separate apart. It's easy to slide it in. The frame are not separating. Et voila. This is it, my friend, on how to do both direction of the gated fold with interlock frame. That is it for now. For all the supplies and all the measurement, just visit my blog. Right below you get the direct link above in the high. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.